Hey, in this video I'm showing you how to make this tulip wall hanging. It's just a cute little simple old tulip flower to hang on your wall, and yeah, it looks really cute. I really like it and I hope you like it as well. You'll need a green yarn for the stem of the tulip and then any color for the tulip itself. You can use pink or blue, maybe yellow or red or something, just any color that you like. I'll also be using a 2.5mm crochet hook, scissors of course, a tapestry needle to weave in the ends and also to stitch the two pieces together, and then some stuffing to stuff the tulip with. So I'm going to start with the green yarn since I'm going to be making the stem first. So I'm going to be chaining 26. So you want to make a slip knot, grab your crochet hook and then chain 26. So 1, 2, 3 and then all the way to 26. So we're going to start in the second chain from the hook. So not the first one, but the second one. And we're going to double crochet 2 together. So you're going to yarn over, put your crochet hook into that second chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. Now you're left with 2 loops. Yarn over, put your crochet hook into the next chain, then yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops on your hook. Now you've got 3 loops on your hook. You want to yarn over and pull through all 3 of these loops. So if that was a bit too fast, I'll show you again. So you want to yarn over, put your crochet hook into the chain, grab the yarn, pull it through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops on your hook. Now you've got 2 loops, yarn over and put your crochet hook into the next chain, pull the yarn through, then yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops on your hook. Now you're left with 3 loops and you want to yarn over and pull through. So you're going to do that 3 times. So we already did 2 times, so just 1 more time. Yarn over, put your crochet hook through the chain, pull it through the first 2 loops on your hook, yarn over again, put it into the next stitch, grab the yarn, then yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops on your hook, and then yarn over again and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Now we're going to do 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to do 2 double crochets into the next 3 stitches. So you're going to do 2 double crochets in each of the chains. So 1 double crochet and then a second double crochet. I was a bit too fast. And then into the next chain, again 2 double crochets. So that's 1 and then a second one, Oh, my yarn is splitting. So that was the second one, and then for a third time, that's the first double crochet, and then into that same stitch the second double crochet, and then you're going to repeat that pattern for the remaining stitches. Then you're left with one chain and you're going to just do a double crochet. So you can already start seeing the wave pattern forming, and that is exactly what we want for the stem of the tulip. So that's the end of row 1, and now you just want to chain 2, 1, 2, and then flip it over to start the next row. For row 2 we're going to start in the second chain from the hook again. So not the first one, but this one. And we're going to start with one double crochet into the next 3 stitches. That's 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to do 2 double crochets into the next 3 stitches. So that's the first double crochet, then into that same stitch, a second one, and just repeat that 2 more times. Then we're going to double crochet 2 together 3 times. So that's the first one, and just repeat that 2 more times. And then you're basically going to repeat that same pattern again. Then you're left with one chain and you're going to just do a double crochet. So that's the second row done. So you're just going to chain 2 again and then turn for row 3. So row 3 is the same as the first row. So we're going to start in the second chain from the hook. And we're going to do a double crochet together for 3 times. Then we're going to do a double crochet for the next 3 stitches. So the first one, second one, and then the third one. Then we're going to do 2 double crochets into the next 3 stitches. I think by now that you kind of get the hang of the pattern a bit. And then repeat that pattern for the remaining stitches. And then double crochet 2 together for 2 times. And then that's the first part of the tulip stem done. So you can just cut off this yarn and pull this to the loop. And now we're going to make a second one just like this. And then once you have your second one done, you can tie it off, but you want to leave a really long tail, since we're going to be using that tail to stitch these 2 together. So you want to grab a lot of yarn, just to make sure that you have enough. And then pull that through the loop. Make sure it doesn't knot. Then you're going to put these 2 on top of each other, and you want to crochet all the way around. So just single crochets to attach them to each other. You want to leave the top part open for now, since we'll still need to stuff it. So we're just going to line up the stitches and put your hook through. and single crochet all the way around. You can also just stitch them together if you're good at sewing, but I find this way easier. So you want to pull this inside out. And that's the flower stem done. So now we're going to make the tulip part. For the tulip part, I'm going to be using this pink color, and this is a size yarn thicker than the yarn that I used for the stem. This is a DK yarn. It's just what I had, so that's why I'm using it. You can also use a smaller type of yarn. Your flower will just be a little smaller. So I'm going to be using a 3.5mm hook to make the flower. So we're going to start by chaining 6. So just make a slip knot and then chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and we're going to again start on the second chain from the hook, and we're going to make a single crochet increase, which means we're going to be putting 2 single crochets into 1 chain. So that's 2. Then we're going to single crochet for 3 stitches. 2 and 3, and then we're making another increase, so 1 single crochet and 2 single crochet. Then you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. Then again, starting in the second chain from the hook, you want to be making an increase. So 1 single crochet and 2 single crochets into that same stitch. Then 5 single crochets. Four. And 5. And then we're going to be making another increase. So 1 single crochet and then a second one. Then we're going to chain 1 and turn the work. So you want to be starting with another increase in the second chain from the hook. And then do 7 single crochets. And then you want to do another increase into this last stitch. Then chain 1 and turn your work again. And then you probably guessed it already, you want to start with an increase. And then do 9 single crochets. And then end it with another increase. Chain 1 and turn your work. Then start again with another increase. And then do 11 single crochets. And then end it with another increase. Then chain 1 and turn your work, and then for row 6 to row 10 you're just going to do 15 single crochets for each round. And at the end of each row you do want to chain 1 before you turn your work. Then for row 11 you want to start with a double crochet 2 together. And then you want to do 3 triple crochets into the next stitch. So a triple crochet is done like this. You want to yarn over twice, then insert your hook into the stitch, grab the yarn. Now you've got 4 loops on your hook. You want to yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops on your hook. Now you've got 3 loops, then yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops on your hook. Now you're left with 2 loops and you want to again yarn over and pull through both of those loops. And you want to repeat that 2 more times into this same stitch. So that's a second one and then a third one. Then single crochet into the next stitch and then do a slip stitch into the stitch after that. And then repeat that 2 more times. So a double crochet together, then 3 triple crochets into the next stitch, a single crochet into the next stitch, and then a slip stitch. And then repeat that for the last few stitches. So double crochet 2 together, then 3 triple crochets into the next stitch, a single crochet and a slip stitch. And then you can just cut off your yarn and pull this through the loop. So this is what the tulip looks like. And we're going to be needing 2 of these, so repeat all of that for a second one. So I already made a second one. And we're now going to be stitching these 2 together. So you want to put them right side together so that the right side will be on the outside eventually. So this is the right side and this is the wrong side. You can see that by kind of this little bit. It sticks out a bit. So you're going to be putting the right sides together. And then we're going to single crochet all the way around, and you want to leave the bottom open to we'll still attach it to the stem and also to stuff it. So I'm going to be lining this up as best as I can. Grab my yarn and pull it through. And just single crochet all the way around. Again, you can also sew this if you're good at sewing, but I prefer to just crochet it. And then once you get to the bottom, you just want to cut off the yarn and pull this inside out again. And then the tulip is done as well. So then both of the pieces are done and all we need to do is stitch them together. So I actually decided not to stuff them because I think they are chunky enough by themselves, and they're going to be wall hangings anyways, so I think they are better if they are just flat like this. So yeah, I'm just going to stitch them together now. So I'll grab my tapestry needle, and I still have a long tail of this green left, so I'm just going to be using that. So I'm not the best at sewing, so I can't really give you that many tips, but I'm basically just putting the needle through any hole in the green stem and then putting it through basically any loop on the inside of the pink flower, and that way just, well, basically attaching it to each other and just hope it comes out alright, I guess. Sewing is definitely not my strong suit. And then once I get to the end, I just tie a little knot. And then the last thing that I'm going to do is put a little hanger on top here, so you can hang it on your wall. So I'm just grabbing my crochet hook and I'm going to insert it into this top stitch. And then I'm going to create a little loop with a bit of yarn and just pull that through. And then just make a knot and cut off the excess yarn. And yeah, then it's done. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that it was helpful. And if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below and I can answer them. Thanks for watching. Bye!